So here we are, Chengu, good to see you again. I'm glad you're doing well with the weight loss. A friend of mine tried to do insanity once and I think it nearly killed her, so good on you for making that step because I wouldn't be able to do it. Anyway, so obsessions. I can obsess about a lot of things, but they usually don't last very long. I get really into something for a little while and then it kind of goes away. But there is one lingering obsession I've had, and it is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I own the entire series. It's actually back there on my bookshelf, and I have watched every episode probably at least 10 times, literally. Some of them more than that. I, can quote it until the end of time. I know all the writers by sight. I've watched all the DVD extras and commentaries, some of them multiple times. And I even have some of the Buffy Season 8 comics, which I don't like them as well as the show, but it's good to fill a certain void. And I have books like this, Why Buffy Matters. This is actually a book of scholarly academic essays about different aspects of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, because there are actually people out there who specialize in writing academic articles about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is one of the reasons I love the show so much, is because it's just so rich and deep and intelligent that it actually invites this kind of academic philosophical inquiry, and I like it a lot. It's kind of interesting though how I got into Buffy though, because I kind of missed the first wave. I didn't really watch it when it was actually on the air. It wasn't until my senior year of high school. I was taking AP English and I had this really great teacher. It was one of the best classes I've ever taken. And this guy was just very, white buttoned up shirt, very literature snob, very intelligent, but behind his desk on the wall he had a big poster of Buffy and Angel. And you would see that and you'd think, why is this grown man, why does he have this teenage girl's poster of Buffy and Angel on his wall? That's just kind of bizarre. And he'd bring it up in class sometimes as a really good show. And one time we were watching Apocalypse Now. We had read Heart of Darkness and we watched Apocalypse Now, and he took that opportunity to show us a clip from Buffy that directly references Apocalypse Now, and he'd give us, handouts once or twice that had something to do with Buffy and what we were learning. So he kind of he made me curious, I'd never watched the show, I'd never really understood what it was about, but he really liked it and was really an advocate for Buffy. And so I think closer to the end of my senior year I decided to actually watch it. At the time it was being syndicated, so after school they would show 2 episodes of Buffy. And so one day I came home after school and decided I was actually going to sit down and watch it and see what the big deal was. And the first episode I actually sat down and really watched was Once More with Feeling, which, if you haven't seen Buffy, in season 6 there's a musical episode, which is probably one of the best hours of television ever created. It's brilliant. And that was the first episode that I ended up watching, and I missed out on a lot of the context from the previous 5-6 seasons, but it was still I really loved it, so I kept watching it. I started buying the DVDs. I got my friend Laura to watch it with me. I'd come home after school and watch those 2 episodes, and I just got really, really into it. And, I've made other people watch it, and it's I am obsessed, I guess. But it's because it's just such a good show, and it's about life, and, it's not about vampires and werewolves. It's about people and growing up, and those themes just really resonated with me, and they continue to do so. And I still go back and watch those episodes over and over again, and I really... Joss Whedon, I'm really glad that Joss Whedon is kind of making it into the mainstream, because I think more people need to know about how brilliant he is, and maybe more people will start to discover Buffy because of the Avengers and Cabin in the Woods and the other stuff he's been doing. So yeah, that's my obsession. Buffy, Buffy, Buffy. Anyway, Chengu, good to see you again. Ricky, I'll see you tomorrow. Andrew, as far as I'm concerned, you're dead to me. Whatever. Okay, goodbye.